Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hearts OMMM family, EEARTS family.
All in one and one in all.
Indeed.
Absolutely. Make sure you're subscribed to all three channels. Again, Hearts Home is the newest. EEARTS, so gosh, I think we've had EEARTS 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. And Evolutionary, 6 years. So, guys, one of the big buzzes is all about the Schuman. And as you see right now, we're back into kind of blackout mode as we've had this amazing pattern that truly, I don't think there's anybody that remembers a pattern like this. The power number 190, this is literally off the charts. It is literally off the charts. And, we've gotten from some out there that this is, part of what the Galactic Federation is doing. And of course, the Galactic Federation is always working for us. They most definitely want to see humanity free, but it is up to humanity to choose to be free. And again, we are always being tricked into giving away our freedoms. And, it is a sad thing in so many ways until we realize exactly who and what we are and what type of potential we have, because we really, for the most part, humanity doesn't understand its potential, which is truly amazing.
And, recently the energies are ratcheting up. People are getting more activations. And what they were telling me this morning is this is coming through the purple spectrum. This is a very high vibrational force. Also, what I was told is if someone is more dense, and I mean this in a loving way, if they're just not awake and they're very far away from this spectrum, they're probably not even going to have any symptoms. But the closer, the higher up you are, you're going to be dealing with some stuff. And it's like it turns on these magnets inside of your energy field. Anything that you are fearful of, this is probably going to come forth in your life for you to cope with. So it's a difficult time. I mean, I am really dizzy today, and I know other people that are dizzy and kind of going through it too. But this is going to pull in all the things we need to activate these energies to bring us to another level, to help us with that separation, because that's what's really going on.
Yeah, again, we talked about this so many times, and when we picked EEARTS and the logo, the knowledge that was out there behind this choice of Earth kind of splitting into two is that we're all going to be facing this choice, and we have to decide: are we going to go for the highest version of ourself, or are we going to go for the version of ourself that society and this system wants to create? Things are, and have always been during a dark age, all about darkness, deception, twisting things. And we don't have a clear understanding, truly, of, again, our potential, but more than our potential too, exactly what the universe is and what we are. It's very distorted. We get these ideas that something like an angel is something that is very, very different from us, when in reality, many angels are just simply us when we're not incarnated. Again, the soul, so to speak, the consciousness uses many vehicles. Consciousness uses vehicles to experience different densities. When we talk about the highest visible spectrum of visible light that we can perceive, these are the frequencies right at that range and just above that range that are being affected right now. And yeah, absolutely, what it's doing is it's triggering a remembrance It's absolutely triggering a processing and purging. So again, we're going to have to shed all that which no longer serves, or we're going to be weighted down by it. And we'll kind of miss the bus as the bus goes by, and you end up repeating third grade, fourth grade, second grade, whatever it is. As many have spoken about this, that many souls will end up having a 3D existence, yet again, a whole cycle of 3D existences perhaps. And other souls will move on and start to perhaps even take their place, actively on and in the Galactic Federation, or other like organizations that are out there, or just simply doing their own thing on 5D, which, again, 5D can be interpreted as a heavenly realm. Again, just to clarify, like when we talk about 4D, the 3D 4D experience really is just that. It's the 3D 4D experience. So they kind of go together. And when we're embodied, we're in more of a 3D experience, a little bit heavier, denser experience. When we typically find ourselves, when we pass on and we're out of the body, often we'll still perceive ourselves just like we did when we were in that body for a while. And we'll still maybe even think we have the same limitations when we no longer have those limitations. And we've shared personal experiences with you of loved ones and family members and friends that have gone through this process. And then comes the realization part, and that could take a while. It really, really could take a while. Some souls might be ready to move on rather quickly, and other souls might take decades or even hundreds of years in Earth time before they're ready to move on and do another incarnation or ascend upwards into the higher densities. Each one is unique. There's no right or no wrong.
That's true. These beings are on their very own individual journey, and it really might feel like you're being crushed in some ways. But I want you to think about what happens when charcoal is crushed really, really hard. We get this beautiful diamond in the end, and that diamond is going to really, really, really show itself off, but keep in mind what it had to go through to get to that point. And these are all changes when it comes to our energy body. So it's about taking on a new pattern. This can be a lot of work for the physical body, and that's why we always say 3D 4D are both held together. You can't really have one without the other, and they're probably the two densest yet closest things that we have that we're dealing with right now. So this is about pulling us up into our higher selves more. It's that magnetic energy. It's going to pull you. It might hurt. Sometimes it might feel really, really good, but definitely you are going to go through changes, and it's all okay. Like Mike said, there is really no wrong way. And if you are moving up and you get faced with some challenges that you're not ready to surpass, well, then that's okay too. Then you're not ready. So it's all an individual journey.
Absolutely. This person over here on Twitter found these diagrams, which they describe as an alleged angelic divine blueprint. And of course, when we look at the Schuman resonance, they're seeing a resonance between the impressions. And, over here we have the tree of life, and, that's been around a long time in the Kabbalah. And, we could interpret, like when we look at DNA and we see a sine wave, and you could look at these figures here and get an idea or be remembered of planets and, the way planets revolve around suns, and also the way, we have protons and neutrons with electrons revolving around them. Again, this is a fractal universe that we find ourselves in. It's a fractal. So again, there are these repeating patterns that we've talked about at length in many other videos in nature. It's just part of nature. This is a reset that is one that can make the GREAT reset laughable, because this is more than at a galactic federation level. This is truly at the level of the creator of this universe.
It's really way up there, you know, so this is having a ripple effect all the way down to us, and that's why we're going to feel the majority of it, of the bumps and the bruises, you know. The best thing you can do for yourself right now, I would say, just drink a lot of water, give yourself a lot of love, do things that feel good to you, because this is what's going to allow the acclimation. And then there's going to be quite a level of acclimation, especially the closer you are to that spectrum. You're the one it's like speed bumps, you know, energetic speed bumps. You're going to be feeling those. So loving yourself through that, you know, setting yourself up for massages, exercise, eating right. All of these things are going to help this expand in a safe way.
Yeah, as you were getting that, this is all about pi, and this is all about, again, sacred geometry.
It is. And, you know, this is about the repatterning, and that's something that we can do here in this 3D realm. But boy, when it comes from the angelic realms, that's really a patterning that is just so wonderful. Yet it can be painful. But keep in mind, the darkness is our greatest teacher. You know, those things that we feel the most, those are the ones that we're going to scurry and figure out something to do to find acceptance with that. And, you know, that brings a lot of growth.
Yeah, so this is infinitely beyond any of the controller's power to do anything about. They can't stop these things from happening, because this is at the highest level.
It is, and there's really nothing you can do. You can slow down Mother Nature, you know, a lot. You can detour it, but you cannot stop it. It's like, you know, you can pour concrete over a lawn, and those seeds under there, they're going to find a way through and pop through, and that's where we're at. We are bringing ourselves back to that blueprint. We are going through this separation of energies, and this is spoken about, oh gosh, I'm sure at least since the 80s, and how it is a slow process, but people finding themselves emotionally not compatible any longer with certain things. Some certain things might come up to you in your life, and you're like, I can't do that anymore. And I want you to listen to that, because this is part of your higher self guiding you into your place, guiding you into alignment where you need to be. So it's a time that we really stand strong, do a lot of introspection, and figure out, where do those guideposts, where are they trying to take me now?
Yeah, in order to maximize the energies, maybe restructure priorities a little, give yourself your time, because this is a perfect time to purge. This is a perfect time to go deep. We have to work through the emotional trauma. We have to let all that go. We have to be ready to move forward to a new area. But again, you know, a full cup has no more room in it for anything new. And so this is part of letting go of everything that the power structure has implanted in us. Because again, if we can't see the possibilities because of that which has been so deeply embedded in our own mind, then it's going to be very difficult to grow. And so again, you have to prioritize yourself and your spiritual practice. It's absolutely imperative in these times, because you will have that little inner voice. You will be able to navigate along the edge of a cliff and be perfectly safe if you develop these type of abilities, if you go within and prioritize yourself. And, again, that does include what we put into our body, because what we put into our body can either lift us up or weigh us down like a huge anchor. Again, you're not going to go on a marathon and put lead weights on your legs. Well, that's exactly what we do when we eat the low frequency foods that they put out in front of us. when we take in all the little nanu, when we're always bathing in these technologies, it is exactly like trying to run a marathon after you put lead weights on your legs. Not the easiest thing to do. It is definitely a hindrance, not a help. So we need to unshackle ourselves. We need to get out in nature. We need to prioritize mind, body, breath practice. We need to eat as healthy and as natural as possible. And again, to simplify things, just look at whatever you're going to eat and say, is this the food in its natural state? If it's relatively close, given what we have in this world, then that's probably good. If there's 30 ingredients and you can't even understand what they are without having a degree, then no, it should be just in the junk pile. It shouldn't even exist in reality, and it won't exist in the future in the higher densities, because we just simply wouldn't even think about it.
No, I mean, it's more of an automatic sway away from those things, and an automatic draw to do what's going to bring you balance. So yeah, these are all the little things as the energy body expands. Those things that are going to hang you up are exactly there to do that. They're like, hurry, come on, let's get past this, let's figure this out, and so we can get busy together. But this is definitely such a beautiful divine energy force, and it's coming from far higher than just the Galactic Federation. It's going up through Pleiadian, Arcturian. I mean, these guys, this is a day to remember.
Yeah, and with the Schuman, again, this pattern is, to my knowledge, absolutely unique, and it has a very high vibrational frequency that it's bringing to us. And we'll see if they get back to updating, or if, again, the power structure doesn't want you understanding all this, because this is like, the gates are wide open for anybody that wants to walk right through.
Right. Because if you do understand it and you view these challenges, you're going to be more apt to want to try to get past them, rather than you're just blinded and you have these challenges. No, this gives desire and want for growth.
Absolutely. So please do share these videos. Wake up as many as possible. Thank you for your support over on Ko-Fi and Patreon. We couldn't do it without you guys over there. If you need to make an appointment, it's evolutionaryenergyarts@gmail.com. Much love, God bless, and namaste.
Namaste.